Hello and welcome to my channel Pharmacy in Depth, where we'll talk about pharmacy related topics in detail. So today's topic is liposomes. So come, let's see what are liposomes, what are their advantages, how they are made, and what are their industrial applications. So let's start the video. Liposomes are simple microscopic vesicles in which an aqueous volume is entirely enclosed by a membrane composed of lipids. They have a diameter of 0.05 to 5 micron. Structurally speaking, they are concentric bilayered vesicles composed of mainly phospholipids of natural or synthetic origin. But liposome has come from a Greek origin where lipo means fat and somes mean body. Now let's have a look at a single phospholipid molecule in detail. It has a glycerol backbone to which a phosphate group is attached to its carbon number 1 and two fatty acid chains are attached to carbon number 4 and 5. Phosphate and glycerol forms the hydrophilic head and the two fatty acid chains form the hydrophobic tail. Fatty acids can be lactic acid, myristic acid, palmitic acid, stearic acid or oleic acid, out of which palmitic acid and oleic acid are the most common ones. Similarly, the R group of phosphate group can be choline, ethanolamine, glycerol, inositol and serine, out of which choline is most commonly used. A phospholipid can exist in different forms at different temperatures, which is called its phase transition temperature, which is very important during the manufacturing of liposomes. At a temperature less than its TO, a lipid exists as rigid, well-ordered solid in a trans phase, and at a temperature more than its TO, it exists as liquid, crystalline, fluid, gauche stage. Sometimes cholesterol is added in liposomes, which act as a fluidity barrier, increase separation between choline heads and eliminate electrostatic or hydrogen bond interactions, restrict trans to gauche transformation, and prevents permeation of water-soluble substances. Now let's see how they attain a spherical shape. In aqueous media, they appear as plain bilayer sheets or lamella, which are thermodynamically stable, but upon further hydration, they swell and eventually curve to form a closed vesicle, which are called liposomes. Liposomes have many advantages, like they can be used for hydrophobic, hydrophilic, and amphibitic drugs. They can increase the efficacy and therapeutic index of a drug. They increase the stability via encapsulation. They can be administered by various routes. They can prevent the exposure of toxic drugs to sensitive tissues, and they are used for passive and active targeting. But they have certain disadvantages like high production cost, oxidation and hydrolysis of phospholipid, leakage of encapsulated drug from inside to outside, and low solubility of liposomes. Now coming to classifications, based on structural parameter, they are classified as unilamellar vesicle, oligolamellar vesicle, multilamellar vesicle and multivesicular vesicles. ULVs are further classified as small, medium, large and giant unilamellar vesicles. Based on composition, they are classified as conventional liposomes, cationic liposomes, pH-sensitive liposomes, fusogenic, long circulating and immunoliposomes. Based on preparation method, they are classified as reversed phase evaporation, multilamellar vesicle RAV method, stable plurilamellar vesicle, frozen and thawed MLV, extrusion technique, and dehydration rehydration method. Coming to method of preparation, they are divided into passive and active loading techniques. Passive loading techniques are divided into mechanical dispersion, solvent dispersion, and detergent removal techniques. There are mechanical dispersion techniques like lipid film hydration, microemulsion. There are solvent dispersion methods like ethanol injection, ether injection, double emulsion, and there are detergent removal methods like dialysis, column chromatography, and dilution. Now let's see each methods in detail. Coming to its first method, mechanical dispersion method, basically a lipid is dissolved in organic or co-solvent and the solvent is removed under vacuum so that a film is deposited on inner side of the vessel. Then an aqueous buffer solution containing the drug is added in which the lipid swells and hydrates to form liposomes. The first method under it is lipid hydration method. It has handshaking method and rotary flask method. In both these methods, a lipid is taken in an organic solvent in a round bottom flask and the solvent is evaporated using a rotavapor or by shaking by hand, such that a dried film of lipid is formed on the inside of the RBF. To this, an aqueous solution of drug is added, the flask is stirred and which yields in the formation of MLB, which can be further reduced in size by using techniques like extrusion, homogenization, sonication and microfluidization. Second method is solvent dispersion method, which has techniques like ethanol injection method and ether injection method. In first technique, a lipid solution of ethanol is rapidly injected into an aqueous solution of drug, ethanol is evaporated and SUV liposomes are formed. In second method, ether solution of lipid is slowly injected into an aqueous solution of drug, ether is evaporated and LUV liposomes are formed. But these methods have disadvantages like it is difficult to remove the solvent completely and it gives low entrapment efficiency. Third method under solvent dispersion technique is double emulsion method, in which a drug aqueous phase and a lipid oily phase are taken separately. They are sonicated to form a primary emulsion, which is added to an aqueous phase of usually a polymer. It is homogenated to form a secondary emulsion. The solvent is evaporated, which forms the intermediate LUVs. The fourth technique in solvent dispersion method is reverse phase evaporation, in which a drug aqueous solution and a lipid organic solution are sonicated to form a water and oil emulsion, from which the organic solvent is removed by evaporation to form a gel. The gel is agitated to form large unilamellar vesicles. Coming to the applications of liposomes. Liposomes are used as a drug delivery vehicle. They are used as a vaccine carrier. They are used in tumor therapy. They are used in gene delivery. They are used as a radiodiagnostic carrier. They are used in chelation therapy for heavy metal poisoning, and they are used in cosmetology. So here we can see different types of liposomes like conventional liposomes, which are used for hydrophobic, hydrophilic and genetic materials, pegylated liposomes in which polyethylene glycol chains are attached to its surface, which is used as a stealthing agent, ligand targeted liposomes in which aptamers, antibodies are attached to the surface and other molecules like carbohydrate, proteins, peptides, and the fourth type multifunctional liposomes, which are used for theranostic purpose in which an imaging agent is attached to the surface. So guys, this was all about liposomes. Thanks for watching. I really hope you liked my video, and if you did, like it, share it and subscribe to my channel.